In nature, mating is often imagined as something gentle, cooperative, and even romantic, a process built around mutual choice and calm interaction. That idea collapses almost immediately when you look closely at how reproduction actually works in many species. In these cases, mating looks far less like courtship and far more like open conflict, where bodies collide, wounds open, and dominance is decided through physical force. What appears to be a fight is not a mistake or a breakdown of behavior, but the mating system itself functioning exactly as intended. Among giraffes, mating begins with a behavior that looks almost absurd to human observers. Two males stand upright and swing their long necks at one another, starting slowly before escalating with increasing force. This behavior, known as necking, is not playful and not symbolic. Each giraffe uses its neck like a heavy club, aiming blows at the opponent's body, legs, and sometimes the head. A giraffe's neck is not light or fragile. It can weigh well over 100 kilograms and is built from dense bone and muscle. Every strike transfers enormous force through the body. These contests can last for minutes or stretch on for hours, and while some end when one male retreats, others result in serious injuries that can be fatal. When the fight ends, there is no celebration and no display of affection. The winner simply approaches the females, because access to mating is granted through endurance and impact rather than choice. From a human perspective, this behavior can seem extreme or even senseless, but evolution is indifferent to comfort. These violent encounters act as a biological filter, ensuring that only males with the strongest necks, densest bones, and highest tolerance for repeated trauma remain standing. Those traits are then passed on to the next generation. Over time, the behavior does not soften or become more restrained. It intensifies. What appears brutal is actually selective pressure shaping bodies through collision, injury, and survival. Elephant seals take this same logic to a far more unsettling extreme. During the breeding season, beaches fill with massive males weighing several tons, competing for limited space and access to clustered females. As tensions rise, males rear up, slam their bodies together, and roar as they collide. Their necks and chests absorb repeated impacts while teeth tear into skin, leaving deep wounds. Blood flows freely, and faces split open, healing later into permanent scars. These are not restrained contests or symbolic displays of strength. The injuries are real, cumulative, and sometimes life-ending. For elephant seals, losing a fight means complete reproductive failure. A defeated male does not lose a single opportunity. He loses all access to females for the entire season. The winner, on the other hand, may control dozens of females. A single violent encounter can determine whether a male's genes are passed on at all. The mating system is built entirely on dominance, and dominance is proven through physical damage. There is no intervention, no pause, and no concern for fairness. Survival and reproduction are inseparable, and pain is an unavoidable part of the process. This reality often leads to an uncomfortable question. Why don't the females intervene? From an evolutionary standpoint, the violence itself is the test. A male capable of surviving repeated fights, infections, exhaustion, and injury demonstrates a body that continues to function under extreme stress. Offspring produced by such males are statistically more likely to survive harsh conditions. Nature does not reward restraint or kindness. It rewards resilience. Kangaroos follow a similar pattern, although the mechanics look different. Before mating can occur, males must establish dominance through physical confrontation. Two kangaroos face each other and balance upright on their powerful tails before engaging in combat. They strike with their forelimbs, but the real danger comes from their hind legs. A single kick from a large male kangaroo can break bones or cause severe internal injuries. These encounters are not playful sparring matches. They are serious confrontations where one animal must retreat or risk significant harm. Only after dominance is clearly established does mating become possible. There is no gradual transition from display to courtship. The fight comes first, the winner remains, and the loser withdraws. In some cases, no mating occurs at all if dominance is unclear. Reproduction is conditional, and physical superiority is the requirement. What makes these behaviors unsettling to humans is not only the violence, but how routine and unemotional it is within these species. There is no anger, no rage, and no escalation driven by emotion. The actions are mechanical and repeated generation after generation because they are effective. They reliably select individuals with specific physical traits while eliminating others from the gene pool. To human eyes, this looks cruel. To nature, it is simply efficient. Mating that looks like a fight is not an anomaly and not a sign of nature malfunctioning. It is nature operating without concern for comfort, fairness, or morality. Strength is tested through impact, endurance is measured through injury, and survival decides who continues. What feels disturbing is not that animals behave this way, but that reproduction itself can be so unforgiving when stripped of symbolism and sentiment. This is Zoo Mind. What you don't know about animals.